Hello, everyone, what is going on? I am Numbnexus. We're here today talking about the Sun and Moon legendaries that were just literally announced right now. If you want to go check out the reaction video for that with me, myself, and Nick, and Nikki, you actually can leave that in the description. That video, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a funny reaction. Some things caught me off guard. Lily, boy, oh boy. Like the video, of course, subscribe, and then I'd love to hear feedback on what you think. From all this information, typings, we're going to be discussing that today, and abilities. I just want to go into in-depth analysis for that. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is Lunala, which his ability, I'm going to say her because it looks more feminine, but it doesn't matter. It basically, its ability is Shadow Shield, and essentially Shadow Shield is multi-scale. Now, I want to just end the hate on Lunala, alright? People are giving this thing way too much hate. They're cutting it off instantly, and we got this information like 20 minutes ago as I'm recording this video. Like, what? Don't be writing it off just like that. Dragonite is ×4 weak to ice, but he has multi-scale. He is in the OU tier. He's accessible to all these new moves, and I want you to know Dragonite lives ice moves thanks to multi-scale. He lives a lot of moves thanks to multi-scale, but then again, Dragonite looks a lot bulkier than Lunala. I feel like Lunala is going to be a glass cannon, but at the same time, it is a legendary. You know how legendaries overall sometimes have natural bulk. Like Ho-Oh is natural bulk. You never expect Ho-Oh to be bulky, but he's a natural bulk. Lunala is probably gonna have natural bulk. I hope they don't give it the Deoxys treatment where it actually is just straight up a glass cannon, but I feel like it'll have some decent natural bulk, 80-90 in defense stats, something like that. With multi-scale, that's all you really need. That's all you really need. But what I don't like is how they're rehashing abilities and they're giving them different names. I'm not a fan of that. I just don't like that. I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, 7 generations in, we're doing that. I'm not really gonna be complaining about it. I'm not gonna be hurt about it. I just think it's kind of dumb, because I was like, okay, cool. What does Shadow Shield and Full Metal Body for Solgaleo do? And then Solgaleo is basically clear body. The Full Metal Body multi-scale is basically Shadow Shield. All the way around, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It sucks. It's unfortunate, but I want to talk about them on their own accord. Lunala, even though it's Psychic Ghost. It was Psychic Ghost? It's Psychic Ghost. I wasn't really feeling the typing at first. I don't understand how the moon mascot is weak to dark. I don't understand that. Is it supposed to be some type of like pun? It's supposed to be contradictional, ironic? I have no idea why they made it like that, because honestly, who expected Psychic Ghost? People were kind of expecting Psychic, but I don't think anybody expected Ghost. Alright, I don't think anyone really did, since I could see it now from the design. Now that we actually got confirmed for Ghost, yes, I could see it being a Ghost type. But before all of this information, I could not see this thing being a Ghost type. I just could not. And now that it is, this feels like a glass cannon that will be shot through Knockoff, dude. And Knockoff has the buff with an item being held. So let's think about this. A Bisharp versus Lunala, right? Bisharp is one of the greatest knockoff users because of the stab that he has. A lot of dark type of stab knockoff, easily a lot better than other Pokemon that can learn knockoff that just are not, like Shiftry, Absol, Crawdaunt, Bisharp, amazing, right? Any one of those guys, right? If they knock off Lunala, what is, let's say for example, a Life Orb, max HP, I don't know, I feel like it'll still drop because of the item boost, you know? Because the item being held, you have to also consider in the item being held, the stats being placed there, both for Lunala and the insert dark type here with knockoff. So let's talk about the dark type first, right? Let's say a Bisharp with Life Orb, so it has the boost on knockoff as well as a stab, and then Lunala, let's say holding the leftovers, it's gonna have the boost on that as well. Knockoff is just a crazy move. It is a crazy, insane move that was buffed so much in Gen 6. I don't know why they randomly buffed it, but they did. Yeah, will it fall? Will this thing just fall? I feel like it will fall, but I don't know. I legitimately feel like it will fall. I don't know how good this thing is gonna be, right? I just don't know, but most of the times, if I remember correctly, a lot of the box art legendaries are almost all Ubers. And I don't know why I'm talking about tiers, because I know a lot of people don't play Smogon singles, but that's what I do, so I just want to discuss about that. This is more kind of a competitive analysis, but yeah, this thing is kind of a glass cannon, and even though the difference between him and Dragonite is Ice types would stab on Dragonite, you know, is kind of, sometimes he lives, sometimes he don't, you know, but Like Choice Band and Mamo, Dragonite's still falling. So the multi-scale, yes, is gonna help a lot in the long run, but I feel like since Dragonite is already a bulky mon, Lunala probably will not be a bulky mon, and the thing will still fall to a lot of typings that it is weak to. But the fact that the thing is gonna be very fast and very powerful with the multi-scale ability is gonna be the reason why the thing is gonna be so good. If it gets a potential boost move like Calm Mind as well, that could definitely even make it better. I love this thing. I love that they zoomed in on its face too. I'm loving the design on it. It looks amazing. I love it. I love it. I gained so much new love and respect for Lunala from this information that we received today. I don't know, everyone's even hyping up Solgaleo, which I already hyped them up the last news. So I want to give opportunity now for Lunala in this news that we got this month, since it's really not that bad as people are saying. I'm like, yo, Dragonite is time for me to ice. Wah, and getting the new fairy weakness. Wah, I don't know. It's completely immune though to normal moves and fighting moves. It is neutral to bug. It is definitely neutral to bug, since Ghost does resist bug. I think it's actually neutral to, yeah, it's neutral to poison. Well, it resists poison. So, rip Crobat. No, Sack Crobat still whooping that boy with a Brave Bird. And I don't know, I didn't really do any constructive typing weaknesses, but it does kill off so many ghost types. Ghost typing is a good, look, it's a good typing because it's a good offensive typing, you know. Defensive typing, not so much, but it's a good offensive typing. It's like an okay typing, not the best, but not the worst, you know? It's like in the perfect middle, right? And now that they also are now neutral on steel types, it's definitely gonna help out in the long run a lot, all right? But that's enough for Lunala though. We're gonna be talking about Solgaleo now. Solgaleo, the sun mascot for Pokemon Sun, has the ability Full Metal Body, right? Now, basically what Full Metal Body is it's clear body. Its stats can't be dropped. Oh, also, their signature moves, Sunstrike Beam. It's like it's Sunstrike, Sunbeam, right? Sunbeam. All their signature moves, right? They do damage regardless of ability. So those moves are basically like Mold Breaker, where they don't care about ability. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, blows my mind how busted that is. That's not as scary as like Excadrill or Haxorus compared to these, since they're legendaries and they probably have much better stats, you know. But Solgaleo, Full Metal Body, which is basically clear body. Again, I don't really like that. His ability, it's not the worst, but it's also not the best. He can't get dropped when it comes to things like Intimidate, you know. He can't, as well as Shadow Ball, special defense drop, any type of special defense drop from moves like Shadow Ball, Psychic, Play Rough, where they drop the physical attack. He can't get stuff like that, which is actually, in competitive aspect, that actually is really nice. Clear Body is kind of a Septon. It's actually a pretty good competitive ability since their stats can drop, but the stats can gain based off of moves that they can use. But his typing is Psychic Steel. Now this I don't understand at all. I can be a little bit more lenient that Lunala is not a dark type and it's a ghost type instead, but I don't understand how the sun mascot, the man that literally has something to do with the sun, that is probably on the sun, he has something to do with the sun creator, whatever it is, right? He is not a fire type. I don't understand why he's not a fire type. I mean, I guess Pokemon just decided to be different? I don't get it. His signature move is Sun Steel Strike, and Luna uses Moongeist Beam. They both have regardless of target's ability, like Mold Breaker. I just said that. I don't know why. I have notes. That's why. Okay. Sun Steel Strike is basically a Steel Stab move. Sun Steel Strike. He's getting like a ball of sun, and like this ball of sun, then he's like within it, and then he comes out from it, shooting out at the opponent. And I figured that's a Steel Stab move since he used it on the Salamence, and if you could hear the noise, it was just neutral damage. You know, if it was a fire move, he'd resist it. That, and he's not a fire type, so I don't think they're going to be promoting a fire move. Both of the signature moves, by the way, Solgaleo and Lunala, work like Mold Breaker, which is insane, all right? They don't care about anything of ability. It's insane, right? But I don't know. I think it's weird that he's not a fire type, you know? think it's weird that he's not a fire type. I feel like though he's gonna be the bulky one of the two, even though Lunala does have multi-skill. I feel like the multi-skill is gonna be helping it just a little bit rather than we expect it to help actually an extreme lot compared to Lugia or Dragonite. Well, Dragonite actually, yes, multi-skill has completely changed and helped him out a lot. I feel this multi-skill will still help it out a good amount for the Lunala, but I feel like this is like the bulkier offensive one. You know, he's gonna have some good physical defense stats, right? But then at the same time, he's gonna be semi-slow with like 90 base speed, which for a legendary is and you know, he's gonna be hitting extremely hard. You know, he's probably gonna have a crazy attack set of like 140, 150. I can see it, and that's not insane because we have Mega Evolutions right now, it's 160, so it's not insane. If you see Mega Heracross' stat, it's not insane. I'm pretty sure even Galar has 165 physical attack stat. It's not insane to think of 140, 150. But I don't know. I'd like to see more information that we get of these two, because Solgaleo right now is doing like the fan favorite, and I'm like 50-50 right now for the two of them. I was purely Solgaleo, but now after this, I'm kind of liking Lunala a lot more now, so I don't know which to side with. But then lions are my favorite animals. This is tough. Lions are actually my favorite animals. Yes, it's a toughie. It's a doozy. I don't know. His ability, though, is going to help in the long run. Like I said, the intimidate the player. If none of that's going to affect him. His typing is actually really good. He's a good Xerneas check and counter since Geometry Xerneas now. Geometry Xerneas is going to have to start running HP ground because he cannot. I mean, Geometry Xerneas probably will be running close. Well, no, close combat is neutral. Yeah, he has to run HP ground or something. I don't know if Xerneas learns Earth Power Earthquake, but he's going to be a good check because you know he's going to be Ubers, so it's going to be a good check for Geometry Xerneas, which Geometry Xerneas is a easily top 3 threats right now, top 3, top 5 threats in the Ubers tier, so I'd like to see how that goes. And regardless if you don't play Smogon singles, at the same time, it is still a fact he's a good check and counter to Xerneas. He's probably going to have the strongest steel stab too. It's crazy. Well, there's Mega Lucario if you want to do the calculations, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That's going to be it though for speculation though, guys. You let me know what you thought down below. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know Team Solgaleo, Team Lunala in the comments down below. I'm kind of 50-50 right now. I don't know. But that's it. With that being said, you'll be seeing more Sun Moon content throughout the day. I am Numbnexus. Thank you for watching, and I am out. Goodbye.